Ladies and gentlemen, we'll say good afternoon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Walpole Media Corporation Friday, October 18, 2019 broadcast of Walpole High School varsity football. My name is Rick Brown. Boys.
Walpole's coming off a win over Brookline, 44-12 last week. The offense found a groove. They're able to get back on the right track after losing 3 in a row. They're looking to extend here to a 2-game winning streak against Braintree, who's had some struggles this year. They haven't yet to win a game, unfortunately. So Walpole looking to go to 3-3, establish some momentum heading into the D3 South playoff season. They're going to start out by receiving the ball here. Looks like deep we have looks like only one back this week. It has been 2, generally with Petrucci and Von Klock. It looks like it's just Von Klock this week. But Friday afternoon, John Turco Field.
And another beautiful day for football, Mike.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It really cleared up nice.
Looks like kicking off is, I think, Josiah Martino. He tries an onside kick. It slows and dropped on at the 34-yard line. And Walpole will take over at that point. 1st and 10 going left to right on your TV screen. Walpole in the home blue shirts, white pants, orange and blue numbers with white piping around it.
Of course, the score dictated it last game, but they ran the ball quite a bit. We'll see if they come out with the same mentality this week against Braintree.
Single back behind Jarvis. Pitch right. Going up close to the first down. And he's got the first down close to midfield to the 48-yard line.
13-yard gain for Von Klock on the toss sweep to the right-hand side. We'll try to set the offense here as the plays unfold.
Another handoff up the middle. This time it's
Riley
with the play, and he's got another first down to the Braintree 34-yard line. Pickup of 18 on the play.
Yeah, right away. We're seeing the running game right away with Von Klock and Riley. Riley had a yeoman's game last game with 17 carries. Here comes Von Klock again.
He gets another few yards. He's down inside the 30 to about the 29. A pickup of 5. Second down and about 5 for Walpole. Rebels break the huddle, come up to the line. In motion is Von Klock. Handoff to Riley off the left side. He's got running room. He's got a first down close to the 20. Might be even inside to about the 19. A pickup of about 6.
That's about 10 on that one.
Oh, yeah, to the 19, yeah.
Yeah. Nice job by left tackle Paul Vizella there. He just sealed off his man, allowed Riley, who actually give him credit too. The play was designed up the middle, or at least off tackle, and Riley saw the opening and was able to make the cut and get outside for 10 yards.
Hand off to Von Klock. Cuts right, going up the middle. He's down to about the 5-yard line. Pickup of about 15.
Wow, impressive start.
Very impressive.
And it's, usually when you think of up-tempo offense, you think about passing. It's all been running plays.
Right.
So they're trying to keep Braintree on their heels here. They got the clock running, and Von Klock and Riley have been breaking off chunks of yardage. Much credit to the offensive line. We'll get them mentioned here as soon as we can.
Jarvis fading to his right, looking, passing.
Ooh.
Incomplete. Riley had his hand up. I don't think it was intended for him. He hit his hand and he actually deflected it away from.
Yeah, that was that was actually dangerous. The pass was a little bit high.
Levis,
the intended receiver in the flat there tipped it up in the air, which made me made me a little nervous. But it fell to the ground harmlessly, and it's they have another chance here, second and goal from the 5.
And off to Von Clark. He runs into the middle of the line. May have gotten a
Got
couple
in.
of yards.
Yep.
Did he? Broke through.
Yep.
Those legs churning, and he goes in. Drew Von Clark, a 5-yard run. And Walpole gets on the board just 3 minutes and 8 seconds into the game. Harry Butters will attempt the extra point here.
He had a terrific game against Brookline. He hit all 6 extra points. He had a beautiful onside kick.
His kick is right through the uprights.
Boy, he's become a threat. Really kicking consistently. Nice job by him.
And Walpole takes a 7-0 lead after just 3 minutes and 8 seconds of play. Just what we wanted to see here to get things going for Walpole.
Yeah, I mean, this is important with Braintree not having any wins, to not take anything for granted, but keep the momentum from last week's win going. Like I said, you want to be playing your best as the playoffs season starts to come in. There's one more game next week on the schedule, and then playoffs after that.
Right.
So you're obviously looking to get the highest seed
Right
possible.
now, Mike, Walpole is in 5th in Division III South.
Okay.
22 of their own points, 24.8 opponent points, and a 9.36 average. So a win today, because Braintree is also Division II, which is a division above them, which will give them 12 points for a victory instead of 10.
More winning points, right.
Right.
On the downside, they don't gain any points from teams Braintree's defeated, because Braintree hasn't had a winning game. But
True.
No, but it does. There's definitely some upside on the fact that they're Division II.
Yeah. And Needham next week is also Division II.
Yep.
So Needham's struggling this year also. In fact, they got their first win of the year last game against Braintree. There's the kickoff. Goes back to the 10 where it's taken. Going up the sideline. He's got a little bit of running room. And knocked out of bounds was number 3, Cameron Garrity. He gets the ball up to the Braintree 37, 38-yard line. 37, I guess they're going to mark it at. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for Braintree. Nice drive there. 7 plays and 66 yards in 7 plays. Not a bad drive at all. 5 of the 6 of the 7 plays were running plays. So that, like you said, Mike, continuing from the Brookline game a couple of weeks ago. Here's the quarterback keeper here. It's Mike Tellia, one of their captains. He's breaking free. He may go all the way. He just is knocked out of bounds. Von Clark was able to get a hand on his leg and knock him out of bounds at the Walpole 22.
Yeah, Tellier, the roster has him listed at 6'3", 195, and he showed some speed there too. So we'll have to keep an eye on him today. But
Pick up a 41 on that, Mike.
Yeah, big gain right off the bat there. Good answer by Braintree. They're already obviously deep in Walpole's territory here at the 22-yard line. I told you before the game I thought Noel Gallagher would be back. I don't see him out there, but I got my news from the Brigade Twitter account, so
okay.
Maybe they're not the most reliable.
Right, maybe, yeah. They may be just giving him a chance to, to get acclimated.
There they go.
Tellia with the play. He gets dumped for a loss. He tried to keep her. Loses back to the 25.
Yeah, number 53, Luke Sheehan at left end there. So to set the defensive line, we got Luke Sheehan at left end, left defensive end. Vizella, I see Paul Vizella in the middle at defensive tackle. He's supported also at defensive tackle by 56, A.J. Cervello. And on the right defensive end, I believe we have Cole Tajian. It might be, it's hard to read the numbers. It might be 55, Pat Cooney. The numbers are a little hard to read.
Yeah, they're in the sun a little. They're in the sun a little bit.
No, it is Cole Tajian at the right end there. So we'll set the rest of them in a minute. So 2nd and 13.
Talia takes the things. Handoff up the middle, straight up the middle, going in down to about the 1 yard line is number 35, Henry Joyce.
Yeah, gashing holes on both defenses here so far.
Yeah, after scoring 27 points in their opening loss to Hingham 34-27, Braintree's only scored 13 points in the last 4 games. So this would not what Walpole wants to do is to let Braintree get on the board early.
Yeah, kind of an old-fashioned like wishbone or T formation.
And
They're
he's in.
Yep.
That looked like
Number 9.
Number 9, AJ Tempesta.
Well, that's a Walpole name.
Yes, it is. And Braintree pulls to within a point.
Well, Braintree answers just as impressively as Walpole did on their first drive. Just 3 big runs there, including the touchdown run for Braintree. And there's an opportunity here to tie the game at 7.
Tellier looks like he handles the PAT chores for the Womps. Tellier's kick is straight and true, and we are tied here at 7-7 after just 5 minutes and 27 seconds of play from Turco Field.
Interesting start to the game. Both teams showing off their running game.
Right.
I mean, based on what you saw from each team's first drive, I don't see any reason to move away from that until the other team actually figures out a way to stop them.
Right.
Another small roster. I mean, Brookline, they had a small number of kids. Oh, it goes in the back here, too. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
For Braintree. But still, not a lot of kids.
Right.
Unless they don't travel, everybody.
All right. Once again, back deep, Von Clark for the Rebels. And the kickoff, again, looks like it is, number 35, Henry Joyce. 45, Josiah Martino.
Onside kick.
Onside kick, and Walpole recovers it at their 42, where...
That's Will Domino again. He covered the first one, too.
Okay, so Walpole will take over on their own fight. Great field position to begin.
It looks like Walpole made a change at center. It looks like number 78, Tim Brady, a sophomore, has stepped in there. At guard, they still have Giovanni McLaughlin, number 76, and number 66, Manny Rosado. Little dive.
Yep. Gives to Riley. Breaks off the side, gets up a little bit, picked up maybe 3 yards on the play.
Luke Sheehan's playing right tackle. Paul Vizela's playing left tackle. They got Glebus at tight end. Of course, Jarvis at quarterback. It's been Von Clark and Riley so far in the backfield. Ray Lusant at wide, and Haydar Faraj at wide receiver as well.
Looks like the clock is having some problems there. They're trying to get it to go. There it goes. The officials were signaling to get that clock moving. Jarvis looking, firing, complete, over the middle and up to Braintree, almost into Braintree, close to a first down. The reception by Lusant.
Looked like 8 yards, enough for a first down.
They are going to the 47 of Braintree.
Lusant and Jarvis hooked up on a beautiful 34-yard touchdown pass last game versus Brookline. Lusant showing his speed and Jarvis showing his accuracy. It's really a nice play on both sides.
Will fading to his right, looking long, deep.
What a
Great
catch.
catch.
Yeah.
Beautiful catch by Von Clark.
Is that, no, I think that's Hader Virage.
Oh, okay. Who was it?
21-26, number 88,
26,
Hader Virage.
Okay.
I didn't think that was.
And he gets it down to the 21-yard line. Pickup of 26 on that. 1st and 10 for the Rebs. Pitch left to Von Clark, cutting up the middle. He's still on his feet, gets down close to the 10. And that's going to be another 1st down for Walpole. At the just outside, no, it is, they're going to mark it inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, right at the
Pickup
10.
of 11. First and goal, 4:44 left in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Riley up the middle, gets down to about the 4. Pickup of 6 for Chris.
It's like 2nd and goal. Looks like from the 5 or so. Yeah, right outside the 5.
Yeah. In motion is Von Clark. Hand off to Riley. Pulls his way through, down inside, down to about the 2.
Might even be a little closer.
Might be to the 1. Pickup of 3.
3rd and goal.
We've got Riley going up the middle, picking up those hard yards.
Bringing in Farrell. Kind of like their
timeout.
Timeout, Braintree.
Walpole.
Okay, Walpole, yeah. So Farrell was coming in with Cervello. Looked like they were loading up on the running formation, running game. A few extra big bodies. I don't know if, I know we haven't done all the games together, but TJ Farrell, sophomore, number 80.
Yep.
Got a lot of playing time last game. He's a big boy, too.
Yeah. I don't remember him getting too much play. I think
he's 6'4",
Milton,
6'5".
he might have gotten a little bit.
Yeah. So he actually looked pretty good. Used a lot as a blocker on offense at tight end and then on defense at defensive end. So they're finding some time for him.
Right.
A young kid working his way into the lineup.
Once again, we have an early afternoon start here, scheduled to start at 3:45 because of that continuing Triple E mosquito virus that's causing a lot of problems in Massachusetts. And so it's kind of unusual for us to see sunshine and blue skies for football games. All right, Walpole comes up to the line. Hand off to Riley. He goes in standing up.
Yeah, Cervello was lined up at fullback there, and Riley, it's probably the easiest run he's had in a while. So he keeps up the scoring. He had 3 touchdowns last game. They lined him up at tailback that time. And Walpole now goes up 13-7 here in the first quarter.
8:05 the time of that touchdown. Butters getting ready for his extra point. Snap, the ball is down. The kick is straight and true. And I think that's Butters' 15th extra point of the season.
Well, it's his 8th in a row from last game. I'd have to go back to the game before that. He's really done a nice job on that. So you know how he's been trying those little chip kickoffs,
right?
Like trying to get it behind the first line. He was able to execute one last game. It was perfect.
Really?
Yeah, they ended up getting the ball on an onside kick. It was really nice.
So we've had 3 ball possessions, 3 touchdowns, as both teams have been able to move the ball up and down the field. Basically running. There's been 3 passes by Jarvis. I don't think Tellier threw it all, did he? I don't think so.
Tellier did not. that.
So we've got an interesting. So there's 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15 of the 18 plays have been on the ground. And Butters getting ready to kick. Comes down to about the 14 where it is taken. Braintree going up the middle, big hole again. That is number 1, PJ Rodriguez, one of the captains for the Womps. And he gets Braintree with great field position to start at their 43.
Yeah, Butters was the last resort there, but Nick Donovan, sorry, I don't have that pronunciation down, was able to come back from behind and save, really, I think, what might have been a touchdown. Butters was the last guy back there.
Yeah.
So defensively, I've set the defensive line. We'll get the linebackers here. We got Glebus, Riley. It looks like we have Cooney. And
Talia fumble. I think he was able to recover.
Why did they blow the whistle?
Ball was on the
Did
ground.
they call it an incomplete pass? It was weird to blow the whistle when they blew it.
Yeah. No.
No.
They're marking it back to the 39. So it'll be a loss of 4 on that play. It looked like he brought it up to pass, but it just fell out of his hand.
Yeah. It just, it felt like to me, I mean, we don't have the instant replay, that he blew it too early. Like, we didn't have a chance to recover. It was still live. I thought it was still live.
Oh, there's a penalty on Walpole? Or are they going back to the original line of scrimmage?
Yeah, they did call it an incomplete pass.
Incomplete
That's what
pass,
happened.
Yeah. Okay, so it'll be 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Pat Cooney at inside linebacker with Riley, Schlittler, Glebus, with Von Clark, Petrucci, and Lusant making up the defensive backfield. So obviously a little bit different setup here. Braintree runs the ball. Look at, they've got that old-fashioned, like, well, it's. I always forget the quarterback is not under center, but they've got the 2 backs. Sometimes Walpole uses a 3-man defensive line, sometimes a 4. Right now they're in like a 4-4-3, so that tells me that Braintree's not that well known for passing.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see how that shakes out.
Braintree got a break there. Telly changing assignments at the line. Back to pass now. Looks, fires.
Oh, nice play.
Broken up nicely by Von Clark.
Petrucci.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're going man to man. Three DBs. They're all lined up man to man there. And Petrucci had kind of the inside guy who did a little out. And Petrucci made a nice play breaking that pass up.
It will bring up a 3rd and 10 for the blue and white.
Nick Donovan, the junior who made the tackle on the kickoff, is in at right defensive end. Maybe getting a little reward for that play. Or it might be defensive tackle. Is that defensive tackle?
Telly keeping it. He'll get stopped at the 44. Pickup of just a yard on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down punting situation.
Chris Riley wasn't fooled that time. They obviously got a big play off that quarterback keep on the first drive, but Riley was able to step up and make that stop. He had some help out there. I'm not sure who was with him, Schlittler or Sheehan, but Riley was the guy who made the initial contact.
Wait a minute. Now, they've only got 3rd down marked here.
Well, they called, yeah,
maybe they called a timeout on that first play.
Yeah.
Before the ball was
well, the play
snapped.
already happened, so I don't know, like, what the hell is going on here.
Yeah, it's only 3rd down.
Oh, fumble.
Fumble. And Braintree was able to recover, but they'll lose a back to the 42. So a loss of 3. Now it's 4th down and 11. I don't know why they got
So
that first down.
we had the
over
first
again.
play that we thought was incomplete. That should have been 2nd down.
Right.
And they threw it out to
Over here to the
side.
far side.
Petrucci
Yeah.
broke it up.
3rd
That's
down.
3rd down. Then the quarterback kept it. That should have been 4th down. So something happened there that we just we just weren't in on. That first play was.
And the officials are discussing something again here now. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Reset the clock? I don't know.
I tell you, I had a lot of trouble with the Brookline officiating. Man, they took so long to like sort things out.
Oh, fake. Tellia's keeping it. Being chased, knocked out of
not
bounds. He
gonna
won't get anywhere near it. He looked about the 44. He might have gone out.
I tell you, Nick Donovan on that one saw that and was able to stretch that play out until Walpole was able to come up and support. So he's been a factor early on here, Nick Donovan, with the tackle on the kickoff, and he read that fake and was able to make Tellier stretch out outside, which allowed the support to come up and stop them on the fake.
You know, Braintree's really got nothing to lose. They want to get that first win of the year, and they're going to do anything they can to do it. So the Rebels will take over on the Braintree 44. 1st and 10. Minute 23 left in the first quarter.
Is there a fumble?
Wrong clock.
I think Braintree's got it. They're trying to figure out. It was a fumble there.
Braintree must have just pulled it right out of his hands. So the ball goes right back to Braintree at their 44. No, at the, where are they going to mark it?
That's too bad. After pretty much a 3 and out there, we think it was a 4 and out.
Right.
But after a 3 and out there, it's tough to turn over that ball, especially the way they were moving the ball. It would have been nice to put another score on them there, put more pressure on them.
All right, Braintree comes up to the line. Tellier back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for number 45, Josiah Martino, who was one of the who was their kickoff man, and it overthrew him. Bring up a 2nd and 10. Yes, they're making it a 2nd down there. So
yes, he was open. He had a step, and the pass just wasn't there. So a little bit of a break for Walpole. Interesting huddle, like they're sideways to the sideline. Maybe they want to look at the coach or.
Well, except the quarterback's got his back to the coach.
Right, it's true.
All right, Braintree coming up to the line.
Offside.
A little bit of motion there by the back. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Moving it back to the 39. It'll be 2nd and 15 for Braintree.
I do see Noel Gallagher on the sideline, like running back. He's jogging behind the team right now, so looks like he could be ready.
Yeah.
He's kind of coming down to the side end of the left-hand side of the team here.
Jogging slowly there.
Boy, that would be a huge pickup going into playoff season.
Right.
He's had trouble staying
probably
healthy.
the biggest kid on the team. All right, Tellier handing it off. Gray coming in. Oh no, Tellier kept it. He gets up to the 40. Pickup of only 1. It looked like a little misdirection there. He gets up to the 42.
Yeah, it was a good fake.
3.
I was faked out initially too,
Yeah.
and but no, the Walpole's D was disciplined there. They stayed in their lanes. The first guy made the absolute right play. He has to play that ball carrier. but the rest of the Walpole's defense stepped up and was able to stop Tellier for a very short gain.
It'll be third and about 12 and a half, 13 yards. We're under a minute to play, under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Walpole on top 14-7. And up the middle, a nice play. Foot tackle there.
Glebus.
Connor Glebus gets it, stops him at the 47.
That
That'll
should be the last play of the quarter here.
Of 5, but like you said, will be end our first quarter. So after 12 minutes of play here from Turco Field, the score: Walpole 14-7. Drew Vaughn Clark on a 5-yard run, Chris Riley on a 1-yard run, Harry Butters 2 kicks, offset by a 1-yard AJ Tempesta run and a Mike Tellier kick for the Braintree Warriors, and that's where we stand after 1 quarter of play.
2 good drives by the Walpole Rebels, really unstoppable on the drives, featuring the running game. Von Clark and Riley taking turns. Both have 6 carries. I have Von Clark at 50 yards. I know we might be a yard or 2 off, but Riley 6 carries for 41 yards. Only 3 passes so far, so a little bit of the same as the Brookline game, where they're relying on the run.
Right.
So we'll see if Braintree is going to punt the ball, but the quarterback's coming out.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're 0-5, and although he is going back to where you would normally punt from.
Does do the extra points. We'll see if
he did run the fake too. So
he did, right.
Yeah.
The snap, it's high. The kick, he gets it off. High kick coming down to, dead, comes back and fallen on by Rodriguez for Braintree at the Walpole 14. And that's where the Rebels will take over. 1st and 10, their first possession of the second quarter, holding a 14-7 lead. So it'll be interesting. Nobody in Division III South looks too dominant. You know, usually
we
you
have
get somebody that looks really
Hingham.
outstanding.
I mean, Hingham, I think they lost to Duxbury, but Duxbury's outstanding.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if Duxbury's the same as they were last year, but Hingham is probably somebody to be reckoned with for sure.
Jarvis back to pass. No, fakes. And he's going to be dropped, I think, for a loss.
Yeah, it was a quick hitter.
Right.
But I don't know if he just saw that it was covered and there was nothing there, and he decided to run. But when he decided to tuck it, there really wasn't a lot of room.
Right.
So goes as a 4-yard sack.
2nd and 14 for Walpole, back at their 10. Rebels break the huddle, come up to the line. Jarvis airing
Got
it
him.
out, going deep. He's got great. Glebus?
No, that's Von Clark.
Von Clark, okay.
45 yards.
To the 43 of Braintree. 47. I've got it at 47.
Okay, we are in business here at the John Lee Press Box.
Von Clark has been a dual threat all year in the passing game and lately in the running game. So last couple, towards the end of the Milton game, he flashed some of his skills at tailback, and they used him a lot against Brookline, and they started out using him here.
Yeah.
But he's always a threat in the passing game too. Petrucci in motion.
Petrucci and thing. Ball coming to.
Nope, the ground caused the fumble.
Yeah.
Riley, the ball carrier for Walpole. Stop number 32 of David.
Is that
Dickinson.
That's Riley.
Pick up a 2 for the Rebels. It's 2nd and 8.
funny. It's not a cold day out, and Walpole's already fumbled twice. They recovered one, but it's Braintree must be going in there punching the ball out as soon as they
That definitely,
can.
that one was, he hit the ground and it bounced
Yeah.
out, so.
Jarvis rolling to his right. He's being chased. He may have to run it. He is running. And he gets, goes down.
There's a flag.
Jarvis.
To the 45.
6 yards.
To the 35. And there's a flag down there.
Yeah, it looked like, personally, Walpole's going to get the benefit of the call, but Jarvis was kind of going down, and the Braintree guy hit him, and it was close to the head. I don't know if the Braintree guy was purposely doing that, but that's the tough decision on these types of calls. But we're gonna be the benefit of it on this one for sure.
Late hit, 15-yarder, and that will move the ball down to the 20.
That'll result in a first down for the Rebels.
20-yard line.
Yeah.
Ball is at the Braintree 20-yard line.
6 yards from carry.
Yep. Hand off to
Petrucci.
Petrucci.
Yeah.
He gets
First
down.
time we've seen him.
Yeah. About to the 11 maybe. Pickup of 9.
Pickup of about 8. Second and 2.
Yeah, they'll give him 8 on that. To the 12. Second down and 2. Walpole driving for their 3rd touchdown of the game. Pitch left. And a flag coming. That could be a hold there. That was Petrucci again?
Yeah, it was. He lost 2, but there's a flag. It might not even. It's kind of in the area of holding too.
Yeah. Looking to the sideline, so it looks like it might be against Braintree. Holding, no, holding Walpole.
Holding against Walpole.
I think they're gonna take it.
Yeah, they're gonna push him back. It'd be silly not to.
Yeah. So that'll put the ball back to the 24. So it must have been at the point of the play ending.
At the Braintree
So it'll be second and about 15 for Walpole, second and about 14 for Walpole. In motion, Jarvis rolling to his right. He's got Von Clock to about the 19.
Jarvis' swing pass to Drew Van Clark is complete. Tackle made by number 22, Lion Doyle of the Wamps.
Pick up a 5 on that
He's at
play.
3rd and 10 for the Rebels.
Yeah, I think Von Clock was looking in the end zone first. Von Clock was out there. Jarvis was looking at in the end zone first, but Von Clock was out there as sort of a safety valve. Nice safe 5-6 yards there.
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
Jarvis back, always looking.
That's Hader again, Hader Virage.
Jarvis' pass
To the 15.
Virage is complete. Tackle by number
I'm actually psyched that they're doing this for Butters. So he's been booming those extra points. So this looks like it would be a 32 or 33 yarder.
The 32 yarder he's trying here.
Glad to see they're getting. Virage has been in the lineup quite a bit, but they haven't thrown to him. He's got thrown to twice tonight, so we'll see where the kick here goes.
Snap. The kick goes no. way far wide. It had the distance, but went off to the right. So Braintree will take over.
It's funny, I don't think he got a hold of that like he was getting a hold of most of his extra points. So
Yeah.
maybe trying too hard, I don't know.
With 6 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first half. Walpole 14, Braintree 7.
And Walpole, Braintree will take over with 6:18 left to go in the half, trailing 14-7. Braintree gets it on the 20.
Hey, put 6:24 on the clock. 6:24.
6:18 left to go in the first half. Snap back, a handoff, and I think there was motion by Braintree before the snap on the left side of the line. And that's what it is, so it'll go back to the 15.
5-yard penalty.
First and 15 for the Womps.
TJ Farrell again, the sophomore. Number 80 is getting some time there at defensive end here. Cervello was all over that play. I mean, the play got broken up and called as a penalty before anything could happen, but Cervello really caused some havoc, got some great penetration. That wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Braintree will try that first down again. Tully looking to his left, to his right. He's going downfield. Great catch, diving catch by number 3, Cameron Garrity at the Braintree 44-yard line.
Yeah, it was an impressive throw and catch. Great catch by number 3.
Diving grab there, pick up a 29 on that play and gets them out of trouble right away. First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They list him as a freshman.
Whoa,
3,
really?
Garrity, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball was right there, but
Yeah, it was.
Garrity had to lay out.
Yeah. Oh, another offsides by Braintree. Yeah, Garrity's the only freshman listed on their team. Goes back to the 41. First down and 15 again for Braintree.
Looks like John Murphy in on giving Schlittler a little break at outside linebacker here. Number 20. Brian Malone, unfortunately, hasn't been able to make it back yet from his ankle.
Yeah.
Starting cornerback.
All right, Braintree hustles up to the line. All kinds of motion again on Braintree. They try to, you had 2 backs moving at the same time there. Another 5 yards. We'll go back to the 35.
Braintree head coach, none too pleased, as they say.
Yeah. It'll be first and 20.
With the ball at their own 36-yard line.
In fact, Tellier knew right away. He walked away, and the snapback to him went flying past where he would have been.
They blew the whistle, because otherwise that would have been.
Oh, again. This is on 3 straight procedures against Braintree. Whoa, back to the 31-yard line. First and 25.
5-yard penalty. First and
They must have thrown in a lot of new plays this week, because
31-yard.
that's 3, 4, 5 procedure calls on them. I think that's their 5th procedure call already.
The clock's been running. I don't know if that's right or not, but I seem to have an issue with the clock today.
Yeah. Tellier hands off. Pick up to the 36 by, looks like John Doherty. Pick up a 5. Second and 20. Second and 20.
Riley and Luke Sheehan in on the stop. Yeah, second and long.
Second down and 19 to go. Ball on the Braintree 36 yards.
4:02 and counting left in the first half. Walpole still holding a 14-7 advantage. Big play, up to the 49 of Braintree. Pick up of 13 on that play.
Yeah, too much.
By Brandon Wu.
Seconded by Walpole.
Third down and about 7.
Yeah, that's just a simple off tackle play. There really even wasn't much trickery to it. It's just line up your man against my man, and they're 13 yards. So now they're in a makeable 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8, somewhat makeable. That's not an easy down and distance to convert.
So Tellier rolling to his left, being chased. And he runs out of bounds at his own 40. That'll be a loss of 9 on that play.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Luke Sheehan there. Luke Sheehan was able to get a lot of penetration. Also, number 55, Pat Cooney, saw that right away from the inside linebacker spot. There was just nothing there. They made him go basically sideways until they were able to get support from the outside. But Sheehan, Cooney, nice play there. Big loss of yards, like 7 or 8 yards.
Those two guys have been very instrumental all year long for Walpole. Petrucci and Von Clock deep waiting. Tellier's punt. We say that with a question mark because he does have one fake already in this game, but this one he does get off. Oh! Although I didn't see his hand go up. Oh, I guess it did.
He did drop the
Must
flag.
have gone up early because he got nailed there. That was Petrucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 28. Yeah, he clearly had the ball was on a knee even when he caught it, and although they're discussing it now.
I personally didn't see a fair catch.
I didn't see one either. And
now if they're going to call helmet to helmet.
Oh.
Next.
Personal foul, 15 yards. First and 10. 44 yards.
So Walpole gets the movement there up to the 44. Jarvis back to pass.
Incomplete.
Petrucci had it in his hands and dropped it.
Jarvis' pass to Derek Petrucci is incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Roberts.
All right, it'll be 2nd and 10 for Walpole from their 44 with 2:48 left to go in the half.
Walpole has all their timeouts.
Ray Lusant split foul left here, close to us. Jarvis back, being chased out of the pocket, going deep.
Lusant!
And it is.
He's got it!
He made the catch. Woo! What a catch. Down at the 14-yard line. It looked like it was intercepted, and he pulled it out of the guy's hand as they went to the ground. Pickup of 30 yards on that play. No, what's he, 6 and 42. 42 on that play.
Jarvis bought himself some time, was able to roll out to the right, threw a strike deep, and you're right. The Braintree guy looked like he had the beat on it first, but Lusant took it away and was able to make the catch.
First and 10 for Walpole from the Braintree 14. Petrucci going down.
Petrucci on the carry for the
Gets it
Rebels.
down to the, looks like it's at about just inside the 5-yard line.
Number
Pickup
6,
of
Zero
9.
Cristorino on the tackle for Braintree. That's a Rebel first down.
Oh no, it's a first down. They're going to go on
That's a
that down
Braintree
to
4-yard
the 4-yard line. Hand off to Petrucci again. Gets it down to about the 3. Looked like he only picked up about a yard on that.
Number 58, Aiden Daly of the Wasps.
Clock running, 1:16. Plenty of time. Like I said, I think Walpole has all their timeouts.
Walpole breaks the huddle, comes up to the line. Second down and goal from the 3. Timeout being called by Walpole.
No,
No, timeout called by the Braintree Wasps. With 55 seconds left in the first half, Walpole 14, Braintree 7. As we're getting close to halftime, I want to remind you to support the Walpole Gridiron Boosters and get all of your snacks, sausages, and drinks at our snack bar. The Gridiron Club thanks you for your support.
Walpole knocking on the door once again here from the Braintree 3. Rebels on top 14-7. Kind of ironic. First 3 possessions of the game resulted in a trio of touchdowns, but since then, defense has been the name of the game. Walpole has a good drive going here, however, having gone down 51 yards at this point. Rebels trying to put in some kind of a play that will hopefully result in another 6 points for Walpole. Second and goal from the 3.
Timeout is over. Coming up, we have Walpole's ball, second down and 4 yards to go. Second and
Second and goal for the Rebs. Braintree coming out.
5 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Walpole still putting together a play here. And Walpole coming out. Savello as the fullback again, I think. There.
just like the first drive. Here's Riley up the middle.
Riley stopped at about the 2.
Walpole's 44th kick, Riley with the carry.
Close to the 1.
Immediately by number 45,
So it will be third down and goal from the 1. 47 seconds left in the half.
Penalty.
Must have been a hold on Walpole. Yeah, moves it back to the 11.
There's a hold on the play against the Rebels. 10-yard penalty. Moves the ball back to the Rebels, to the Braintree 12-yard line. Second
Timeout.
goal for Walpole.
And Walpole takes the timeout now with 37 seconds left.
37 seconds
Braintree got a
remaining
little
in
bit
the
of a
first
break there, although this gives Walpole a little bit more running room on a passing play.
Second down for Walpole. Second goal on the 12-yard line.
Be nice to see Walpole capitalize here. That's a big penalty.
Yeah, it'd be a big uplift either way. If Braintree can stop them, it gives them something, momentum going into the second half. If Walpole goes in, that puts them up 2 touchdowns going in.
Yeah, and Braintree gets the ball coming out in the second half too. So
Right.
So we had the last drive, which ended in a missed field goal. I don't think Butters got a hold of it like he had been on his extra points.
Oh yeah.
And now this drive, which sparked by the great catch by Lusant, throw by Jarvis, obviously. And here we are now, second and goal from the 12. your weapons here are Von Klock and Galibus. Lusana, obviously, too.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do.
Jarvis looking to pass. Goes deep. He's got somebody.
Von
Touchdown. Von Klock.
Yep, there it is.
12-yard touchdown.
Pass to Von Klock is good for a
Walpole goes up by 2
touchdown.
touchdowns now.
I tell you, they run that play a lot. I don't know. They must. When Von Klock starts out in the slot and does an out to the flag to the corner, boy, Jarvis just does an awesome job laying that ball in there on that play all the time. They must throw that 50 times a week in practice.
They've got to.
Because he just does such a nice job.
All right, Harry. Getting ready there. Ball is down. The kick is a line drive through.
And the kick is good.
Walpole goes up 21-7 here with 30 seconds left in the first half from Turco Field.
Remaining in the first half here at Turco Field in Walpole.
That's big. They got the ball with, I want to say 3 minutes left or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a big touchdown to put on them, especially they're not getting the ball coming out for the second half.
It was a 7-play drive of 56 yards.
It's actually really interesting. Jarvis is not really in that shotgun that every team is in now. He's taking it from under center and
Right.
dropping back 5 steps and kind of old school there.
Because earlier in the season he was in
Yeah,
shotgun.
well their offense was like 4 wide receivers. There was a spread offense. And,
Right. But yeah, with the running game picking up.
Yep, exactly. Now they're kind of in tight a little bit more. Have a fullback, a tight end inside.
Butters getting ready to kick off. Approaches. Loops it down to the 12. And still on his feet. Up to the 27, maybe the 28.
27-yard line.
We'll mark it on the 27. And Braintree will take it over there with 24 ticks left on the clock before the halftime break.
Yeah, no slip-ups, no letdowns here. I mean,
Braintree with 24 seconds remaining in the first half.
they're lined up in the same D with only the 3 DBs, but we'll see what they do for dropping guys back.
Coming out wide on this side is number 84, Jack McCarthy.
And they might just try one-on-one with him. He's a big, tall kid. Nope, Tellier's going to
Tellier
run.
going to his left.
Oh, that's a fake.
No. Nice play.
Connor Schlittler.
Schlittler tripping up number 22, Ryan Boyle.
I think that snap went directly to that kid.
It had to have, yeah, because Tellier took off to the left. There was a loss of 1 on the play.
I'm just going to let the clock run.
And that's the way it will end here. So at the end of 2 quarters of play, your Walpole Rebels on top, 21-7. Drew Von Klock with a pair of touchdowns. One, a 5-yard run, obviously on the ground. Another, a 12-yard pass from Will Jarvis. Chris Riley, a 1-yard run. Harry Butters, 3 extra points for the Rebels. AJ Tempestra, a 1-yard run. And Mike Tellier, the kick for Braintree. At the half, Walpole up 21-7. We'll be back after the break.
Please direct your attention to the field for the Walpole High School cheerleaders.
They're pretty bad. I feel bad for the guys. So it's a new coach. A lot of their best players.
Bacon that isn't cooked really all the way through. much as I love bacon, I only had, I think, one piece of it because they don't cook it crispy. But I mean, it was fresh fish, fresh beef, fresh pork. We only saw chicken a few times in the menu. I had to have a Chinese food, so one night we did go out to Chinese food. I had to have my eyes, until my eyes are turning brown. I can't be having this, And then we did a couple of Portuguese Italian restaurants. So the food was just outstanding. But we had rain from going from the beach up towards Lisbon for like 2 hours. And then the day we were leaving, it was raining in Lisbon. But other than that, what a drop. Fantastic. 70s, 80s, just fantastic weather. We loved so much.
Sounds nice.
But they said it was warmer than normal, and less rain. It's like, we use Rick Steve's book, he says that it's like in October they'll have like average like 20, 22 days a year of October with some rain.
Right.
Like I said, we had 2 the whole time we were there. And a lot warmer. We were talking to the locals, and they said, yeah, this is warmer than it's usually here.
Sure.
We just really like that. And the sites, you go to these old Roman ruins that, almost 2,000 years old. We went to one that was 2,400 years old. And it's still in decent shape. You can tell this was a house. This was a
2,400
church.
years old.
Yeah.
I mean, America's not even 300.
Right, yeah. It was just, so nice. So great. We had, Google Translate for us. Some of the places we wanted to go to, as many places that were authentic as we could. And we would go to some restaurants and some of the places we stayed in, they spoke no English.
Right.
So we just whipped out and it was funny too, because when they noticed we were speaking English and trying out they'd whip out this, they do the same thing.
Right.
They type it in Portuguese, I make them out in English for us.
Oh, that's funny.
But it was just a great time. So we're trying to figure out where we're going to go next. We would like to go over to England, but I'm petrified of driving over there.
Yeah.
I just, we were talking to a woman, a woman who slept on the floor with us last night. She's in San Francisco, and she and her husband and daughter went out to go there a few years ago. She said her husband and daughter refused to drive, so she had to drive. She said, the worst thing was coming into the road. You get kind of used to being on the left. But she says, coming on the road, you just want to go on the right. She said she started to go to the right one time, and this truck was coming to her. He just pulled in front of the road so that nobody would hit her.
Right.
But she goes, all of a sudden, I wonder why the truck is pulling in front of me and stopping.
Right.
Because then I realized I was going the wrong way in the rotary. Turn around, roundabout. But so there, I want to go to Scandinavia. It's not real crazy about that. I'd love to go to see what that's like. We've been to the Caribbean 2, 3, 4 times. So that's it. We've been to France, we've been to Germany. No, we would do, see, they're driving the north side too. A lot of British people over in Portugal right now because they don't know what's going to happen if they pull out of Brexit. They said it could be really expensive for them to go over. So they're just getting their money's worth now. I think the euro was worth 107. Yeah, that's right.
Sounds like a great trip.
It was. It really was. In the past, I've always had to go on vacation, school vacation. So you're paying for your nose.
Right.
This was your mirrors in to get down some of these, and you're looking at literally, I had like 3 inches maybe on each side. And
They don't drive on the left there?
no, Germany doesn't, France doesn't, but none of the other European countries do. And they're the old stone buildings on the, it's not a straight, you get a boulder sticking out, you know, and you're coming up next to it, Susan, make sure that mirror's in, you know, pull that thing in there. Yeah, and in fact, on many occasions, when we were making a turn, right turn, these alleys, I had to keep backing up, you know, do like 2 or 3 times to get through. I mean, they're tiny. And the locals all have small cars. I went to the guy at the car dealer talked me. I wanted, I rented it small. Yeah. Oh, no, it won't go fast enough. It won't do this, it won't do that. Gotta get the next size bigger, which was a Fiat. But it seemed like a freaking truck. You know? And it wasn't, it was smaller than my wife's thing, but it just moved so tight. It was a blast. We had a great time.
Want me to check to see if the truck's ready?
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to second half action here from Turco Field in Walpole, where your Walpole Rebels hold a 21-7 lead over Braintree's Wops. Walpole looking to get back to 500 again, even it off at 3-3 with one more game before the MIAA playoffs begin. So it'd be good to get Walpole. Right currently they're in 5th place on the power rankings for Division 3 South. It would be good to get up to that 4th position at least, maybe even to 3rd with a win today and possibly a win next week at Needham. All right, the Rebels will be kicking off. Harry Butters doing the honors for Walpole.
So far in the first half, it's been the same formula as the Brookline game. Lots of running, setting up the pass. A couple great catches by Von Klock and Lusant.
Shot kick, taken on the 24 on the run by Rodriguez. He gets up to the 37-yard line, maybe the 38, and that's where Braintree will take over.
52, I don't see anybody listed on Walpole, number 52, but. Whoop.
I had an Adam McKenzie on one of my rosters here.
Looks like the defense, we haven't seen Gallagher yet, but the defense is the same. Looks like the 4-man front, supported by 4 linebackers and 3 defensive backs. 1st and 10 here. Oh, fumble.
Ball on the ground. Tellier picks it up. He's still got it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and falls over the 40. Oh boy, he made something out of nothing there.
Yeah, they've had a couple of mishandles on that option there, run pass option. Riley and Schlittler come up and make the play though.
Yeah.
So we start the half with Luke Sheehan at left end again, Cervello at left tackle. Looks like Vizella at defensive right tackle, and number 85 Cole Tajian at right end. Supported by at linebacker Connor Schlittler on the outside here. In the middle you got Riley and you got Cooney. I think I haven't seen him there until this week. Glebus on the right side. Lusant, Petrucci, and Von Klock, the DBs.
2nd down and about 7 for Braintree. Toss over the middle by Tellier. He's got somebody. He's got a lot of yards out of it too. He's still on his feet, going down to inside the 15. That was number 3, Cameron Garrity. And Braintree is knocking on the door now at the Walpole 15-yard line.
That's the freshman for Braintree again, Garrity. Glebus was coming off the edge there. If he had another half a second, that would have been a sack. But No, good throw. Big chunky yardage there for Braintree. They're in the red zone here at the 15-yard line.
Yep, 1st and 10. Pickup of 44 on that play. Wu with the ball. He's going in all the way. Brandon Wu with the 15-yard run for Braintree. And Braintree pulls to within 21-13 right now. Just a minute 54 played in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, not a great start for the Rebels on defense there. 2 big plays at the end to finish this drive, and it makes this a game again.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't out of touch, but now 1 touchdown and 1 score game. Are they going for? Oh no, they're kicking.
Tellier lining up the extra point. Garrity is his holder. Snap. The ball is up and through. Tellier cuts the lead for Walpole to 21-14.
With 10 minutes and 6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Tellier is he's like the Swiss Army knife for Braintree, right? Kicking extra points, punting, throwing, running.
Doing it all, basically, yeah.
Yep.
And Tellier, he's a senior, isn't he? Yeah, he's a senior. One of the captains, one of their tri-captains, 4 captains. All right, Walpole will get the ball back again. Looking to extend their lead a little bit. Von Clock, the lone back. Up close is Petrucci. And Glebus, I think. They're at about the 30. Von Clock back at the 11.
Yeah, this is the first week I've seen Walpole only have 1 deep guy. Usually Petrucci and Von Clock are back there together. But they haven't really kicked it off to Von deep yet. They've kind of squibbed it both times.
Steven Ballerino kicking off now for Braintree. Squibber, and it's fallen on by
number 80, TJ Farrell.
Farrell. Walpole will take over on there. Right up, smack dab on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rebels, going right to left on your TV screen.
Braintree, I don't know why they don't kick it deep. I mean, they keep giving Walpole really good field position. 2 tight ends. It's Petrucci.
A lot of running room for Chris Petrucci.
Nice.
Going,
and way to finish.
At the 34, 33-yard line.
26 yards.
Will Castorino of the Realm, picking up a Walpole 1st down, and the Braintree 33-yard line.
All right, Walpole coming up, 1st and 10.
Again, 2 tight end set, 2 wides. Petrucci, hand off to him again.
Going around the right side, he's got some room. He's going down that right sideline. Still on his feet. Gets down close to the 10, inside the 10 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Every week I say, like, you know, he's not a huge kid at all, but he runs really hard. He always breaks tackles, and those first 2 runs are pretty darn impressive.
51 yards on 2 carries there, the last 2 carries.
So that was 23 yards on that one?
You get 24 is what I had. 1st down and goal from just inside the 10-yard line.
Just a little 1 or 2 yards on that one.
Yeah.
Petrucci again the ball carrier. Tackled by Braintree's number 32.
Get down to the Braintree.
2nd goal for Walpole.
9. They're just going to give him a yard on that play. 2nd and goal from just inside the 9-yard line. Jarvis comes up under center. Hand off again to Petrucci.
Might have been
No,
Von
might have
Clark
been,
that
yeah,
time.
Von Clark, I think you're right. Back
Carries
to the
Walpole.
Only a yard at the most.
yeah.
Aiden Daly. 3rd and goal for the Rebels.
3rd down for Walpole. Side split left. Jarvis
He's got it wide open.
Going around. He's going to go in standing up
Nice.
into the end zone. A 8-yard run for Will Jarvis.
Yeah, all those runs were setting that up quite well. On that fake, when he turned around, there was nothing on that left-hand side, and he was able to coast in. Might want to, I don't know, it's hard to tell from here how far over he was, but he might want to keep that ball tucked until he's securely in the end zone.
He looked like he was going to be going and standing up, but they were able to cut his legs out for him just as he got to the end zone there. But yeah, you'd hate to get in and fumble the ball and lose it at that point.
Yeah, that's what all those runs will do. I mean, you know, off tackle left, off tackle left, off tackle right, and then you run that play action, and there was nothing but empty space for Jarvis when he actually made the fake. So
there's some
going
kind
on
of a
here.
discussion here with the officials.
Did they not count the touchdown? I see Butters out there, so
They haven't put it on the board yet.
I do see Butters out there, so hopefully. Personal foul, Walpole, dead ball foul.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was after the play.
Are we on the kickoff?
Dead ball foul and sportsmanlike conduct against Walpole. The penalty will
Walpole
be assessed
27-14 right now, waiting for Butters' kick.
But again, make sure it does count. Mary Butters in to attempt the extra.
The officials explaining on the far sideline to the Walpole coaches what the flag was for. Might have been excessive celebrating, maybe. Long discussion over there, Coach Sullivan. And we are ready.
Just like the first half, both teams start off with a very quick, impressive drive that lead to scores. So hopefully the rest of the half will go like the rest of the first half did for the Rebels.
All right, we are ready for this extra point try. The snap, the ball is down. Butters' kick is high and true.
See, that's what we needed. That's what we needed on that field goal attempt.
Yeah. So Walpole leads 28-14 now. That comes at the 4:21 mark of the third quarter. You're right, Mike. The first few drives for each half, it looks like they're going to score and then play defense the rest of the way.
Folks, we have the results of the 50-50 raffle. I have the winning ticket here, and the number is 935898. That's 935898. And if you have a winning ticket, you can redeem your prize at the snack bar. Thank you to all who
Walpole will
participated.
be kicking off from their
The ring prize is $175. And the 50-50 benefits
Butters
junior
will
day.
be looking for a boomer here.
Thank you all. 935-898.
So Garrity and Rodriguez back deep for Braintree at their 30 because of the 15-yard penalty on Walpole. Butter approaches. Gets it up.
Nice.
A good one. Yeah, back to the 25-yard line where it's taken by Garrity.
Oh,
And he's nailed at the
Kevin Garrity with the return
33,
for
maybe. A
Braintree.
little slow getting
Nice
up,
tackle
but
by
he gets up.
John Murphy of the
John Murphy with the big stick.
Braintree wants to take over first and 10.
Braintree will take over on their 33-yard line.
Waiting for the start of the ball. There was a flag on the play.
Flag on the
against
play.
them.
That'll move it back to
They're moving it back in the
28.
back. Pushing the back 10 yards. First and 10.
So defensively,
At the
Walpole
28-yard
lines
line.
up with this, I think I said this on the first drive. Same D lineman, same linebacker, same D backs, 4-4-3.
Hand off here. Garrity. No, not Garrity.
There's going to be a face max anyway, so it's Connor Schlittler.
Hilliard hand off to Ryan Boyle. And right end, just up
Big
the yard.
James Lee on the
With a
carry.
flag on the play.
And Schlittler's left-handed looked like
Yep.
got around and caught the mask.
On the play is a 5-yard face mask against Walpole.
I think it's the inadvertent face mask, so that'll go up to the 30-yard line. An awful lot of discussions on with the officiating, and now they're going to move it to the 33.
I mean, it's been obvious all season these new rules have caused a lot of discussion on the field when there's
Right.
penalties. So they
First-
marked it from the actual 1st and 10 spot as opposed to from the penalty there.
Right.
So
1st and 5.
nice.
Nice. We'll wrap him up. He gets back
Hilliard's hand off to
maybe
John
a
Garrity.
yard on that to the 35.
Pat Cooney coming up from the inside linebacker spot.
No gain on the play.
The nice tackle.
Second down.
Really not
Down
much of a
about
gain there, maybe a
4,
yard.
yeah.
Murphy checks back in after that big hit.
35-yard line.
There's someone new. Oh. Gianluca Gonzer, who's been out all year, just checked into the game at defensive tackle.
Back, that
Brendan
looked
Lee, the
like
ball carrier for Braintree.
T.J. Roberts, I think, on the carry.
Taken away by
Chris
John
Riley
Murphy
with the
of
tackle.
About the 37.
Sorry, the first down is 31 for Braintree.
3rd down and a yard to go for the Womps. Tellier keeping it. He's got some running room. He's got a lot of running room. He is off to the races. He will go in all the way. 31. Let's see, that was a 37,
Michael
63-yard run for Tellier.
63-yard touchdown.
The Rebels sold out on a run blitz, and as soon as Tellier was able to break the line of scrimmage, there really wasn't a lot of help left. It was a perfect call against Walpole's defense. So, yeah, as soon as he was able to break the line of scrimmage, it just wasn't many more defenders that could make the play. And Tellier's a big kid.
He is, yeah. He's got good
obviously
speed,
can
too.
run, yeah.
So once again, Braintree pulling to within a possible touchdown.
Taylor will also attempt to kick the extra point.
Garrity the holder. Tellier the extra point try coming up. 5:43 left in the third quarter.
Ooh,
The kick
almost.
is good. And Braintree comes back to within 7 points again at 28-21.
21 with 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
So Braintree not going away. They're coming into this game with fire in their eyes and showing that they have found the scoring of it. I don't know if somebody was hurt for them these last 4 weeks, but like I said, they had only scored 13 points in the last 4 games. Of course, they were going against Natick and Milton and Barnstable, and Framingham. So they weren't going against soft touches there either. And we know about that because we played Milton and Milton and Natick ourselves.
Just big plays are killing the Walpole defense. Missed tackles.
Yeah.
As number 46, Stephen Ballerino prepares to kick off for the one.
All right, Ballerino getting ready to toe it up. Again, Von Clark, the deep man for Walpole. Comes shot. Picked up by Petrucci. Going up towards the middle. He's getting up near the 30, and that's about as close as he'll get. They're going to mark him at the 30, I think.
Yeah, when you're running sideways, I mean, you're just allowing everyone to get down there. I'm sure he sees open field, and he's trying to make a play, of course. So.
And they're going to put it at the 31. Walpole will get a first down there. 69 yards from the end zone. 5:34 left in the third quarter. Von Clark goes right. Lusant left. Looking at Lusant, fires over the middle. Ray's got it. Up to the 44-yard line. Pick up of 13. It'll be a new set of downs for Walpole at the 44.
Lusant's been getting better and better every game, so he's become a real threat there on the outside.
He's got good speed.
Yeah,
and now
he's holding on to the ball.
Right.
He's really, to me, he's improved a lot. Maybe he thinks he's, or they think he's just been as good all year, but he's really making some great tough catches, long catches.
Jarvis back to pass.
Got Von Clark.
He's
wide open.
Oh my goodness. Von Clark gets in.
Gave it to him.
He slammed that ball down as he went in. Von Clark, a 44-yard TD reception.
You know, he had him. I don't know what Jarvis saw, but Jarvis hesitated. But then he said, "Oh my gosh, he's wide open."
I know.
And the throw is actually a little short, but he was so wide open. He was able to sit there and wait for it, and then just break away from that last defender who was coming back. I think the safety actually stopped covering Von Clark when Jarvis pulled it down the first time.
Right.
But luckily, and that's a lot of arm strength too, by the way, because he threw it off his back foot. And
But it was
Montauk's
good.
winner.
It brings our score to Walpole, 35.
Walpole goes up 35-21 now. This is a back and forth game here with 7:26 gone in the third quarter. The Rebels score again. Both teams have scored twice in the second half so far. We've still got 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So it's good to see Walpole's offense exploding again here. This is 2 games in a row now where they've put up big numbers.
Number 1, PJ Rodriguez, and number 3, Kevin Gary, back to C for the one.
Garrity and Rodriguez back deep
Ready
for
for
Braintree.
number 30, Harry Butters.
There's the squib.
Got it. Oh,
Braintree recovered. Yeah, I think
I'm sorry,
a Walpole kid ran right by it, I think. Yeah.
well, the guy on the outside was,
Matthew Mullen,
it didn't seem like he
first and 10 for the
knew
one.
where it was because he kept running straight down the field.
Yeah.
He's the one I thought had a chance at it, but our angle wasn't that great. It was actually inside, more towards the hash than it was towards the sideline. But he was right. He was like almost past it.
Right. He almost caught it on the run. He could have caught it on the run. All right, Braintree with great field position at their own 42 here to begin this drive.
It still impresses me how well he does that little chip shot kick. Reverse.
Oh, reverse is to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets up to the 48. Pickup of about 6.
Cervello on the tackle.
They're going to mark it at the 47 now. Pickup of 5. Second and 5. Handoff, maybe a couple on the play. That was to
And the lead, the ball
Wu.
carrier for Braintree, stopped by number 44, Riley.
Up to the 49.
Pick up,
Third down and about 4. Third and about 4 for Braintree.
Looks like Walpole's coming in with like a some sort of short yardage type group, personnel group here with Rosado coming in up the middle. It looks like they've gone to, oh no, it's still a 4-man line.
The middle
Oh, yeah.
stopped. Yeah, he was lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage on that.
Move again, the ball carrier for Braintree. Running into the
Looks like a Braintree player down.
So no gain.
That's,
It's not Tellier. Tellier
No.
came off. Might have been the ball carrier.
number 30.
And we have an official timeout on the field.
Be a timeout on the field as they check on him. I think it was the ball carrier, Brandon Wu. He's a 5'7", 175-pound senior. So some stats here while we're waiting. I have on clock with 51 yards on 7 carries. Riley with 30, 39, 40, 44 yards on 8 carries. Jarvis with 11 yards on 3 carries. And Petrucci with 71 yards on 6 carries. Passing wise, Jarvis is 9 for 11, I think. 9 for 11. .211, I think, is what I've got for him. 211 yards passing. The cart out there looks like they're picking the player up and putting him on the cart to be driven off the field. It is Wu. There might be a knee.
Fourth down for Braintree. The ball in the
4th and about 4 for the Womps. They're going to go for it from
35 seconds remaining
their
in
own
the fourth quarter.
49. Big play for the blue and white here. He's looking, passes complete. It's first down. Whoa, his helmet got knocked off there to the 41. That's number 84, Jack McCarthy,
Jack McCarthy is complete.
with the
Enough for a Braintree first down.
reception down to the 40-yard line. I don't see any flags. I didn't know if they might be calling something. Looks like it will be at the 41 of Walpole. So that was a pickup of 10 on the play. McCarthy, when he got hit, his helmet popped off, and there was a little bit of, after the whistle, histrionics going on. Oh, there is a flag down. And it looks like it's going to be against Braintree.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Oh,
Yeah.
big one.
It must. I think it was a lineman coming in late with
There's
a late hit.
Yeah. So that brings it all the way back. It will be a first down because
Yeah.
it was after
They got the
catch.
first down, right? Yeah.
But it actually, it brings it back down to the 44. So only a pickup of 3 yards from the original play.
Yeah, but that was 4th down before. Now
Right,
it's-
yeah,
they-
now they've got new set of
Oh,
downs.
right. Yeah.
Tellier pulling it back, but he's smothered. Let's see, he's getting up off the bottom of that pile there.
I tell you, Cooney started that. He caused a lot of confusion back there, and Luke Sheehan was able to finish up when Tellier pulled the ball out.
Well, Manny Rosado was there too. But Cooney and Sheen, we've been calling their name a lot today.
Yeah, they're both having good games. Cooney especially, and I mean, I might be wrong, but I think this is the first time he has started at inside linebacker. It's been Akins.
Yeah.
Number
Oh,
11.
right, yeah, Ryan Akins, yeah. All right, 2nd and about 14.
Verse.
To Rodriguez, bounces off one tackle, reverses direction.
There's nothing.
And he's going to
Guess who's there? Luke Sheehan, finishing it up.
Again, they're going to haul him down at 28, 7, 27, I think.
Luke Sheehan of the other. Which is Braintree back to the area.
Does look like the 28. They're going to mark it on 29. So a loss of 11 on that
Third
play.
and 29.
So it will be, excuse me. And it's 3rd and 25 for Braintree. Tellier back to pass. Going deep.
It's wide open.
Oh, just off the fingertips of Steve Ballerino. No, I'm sorry, Josiah Martino down there. He was wide open at about his own 45-yard line. We'll bring up a 4th and long and a punting situation. Walpole should get decent field position.
It might be the end of the quarter on that play, too.
Oh, it is, yeah. It certainly was. Good pickup there, Mike. So after 3 quarters of play here from Turco Field, your Walpole Rebels holding a 35-21 advantage. And we've got 12 minutes of play left in this Herget Division Bay State Conference game, coming to you from Walpole with the Rebels on top. Looking to even their record at 3-3 and for their 2nd straight victory. Scrimmage will be the 29-yard line for Braintree, their own 29.
Well, let's see if Walpole on this next drive can really just basically take the heart out of Braintree here. And,
Tellier's kick gets off a good one. Von Clock, call for a fair catch. Slipped in. Will Walpole get it on their 34-yard line?
First down for Walpole at their own 33-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the orange and blue. They're going to actually mark it on the 33. And that's where Walpole will start this drive. Hand off up the middle. Petrucci gets it to the 35. Pickup of 2. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They're going to mark it on the 36. Pickup of 3.
Petrucci, it was Von Clock in the first half. It's been at tailback. It's been Petrucci in the second half. And as soon as I say that, here comes Von Clock back at tailback.
Von Clock gets it, going off the left side. He's got a 1st down and then some. Still on his feet and knocked out of bounds about the 45 of Braintree, maybe the 44. The 44 of Braintree.
20 yards. He's very quick.
Nice pickup for Drew. That's his biggest gain on the ground today.
Yeah, like I said, I think Walpole can take the heart out of Braintree here, take the hope out of them if they can put this drive together. Take some time off the clock, get some points on the board.
And a handoff to Von Clock. Ooh, tripped up there at the 35.
But a big gain, 9 yards.
Yep.
Great job up for the middle of the line there. Sophomore, first start that I can tell, sophomore Tim Brady. Number 78 at center. Rosado and McLaughlin doing a great job at guard. Is there a time? Oh, measurement.
They're going to measure here. We'll see just how close he is.
McLaughlin and Rosado are built very similarly.
Right, yeah.
They're like both powerful, not on the taller side, although it's hard to tell from here. They're probably taller than me.
Right. Manny's about 5'7".
Okay.
maybe 5'8", but he's the heavyweight wrestler for
Yeah.
the wrestling team. Last year he was the sectional champion and finished, I think, 3rd in the States in his first year wrestling.
Yeah, that's pretty
He had
impressive.
never
I
wrestled
mean,
before. And he set a Walpole record for individual victories in a
Listen,
season,
Wow.
which is really amazing considering some of the Walpole wrestlers that we've had over the years.
well, they're both really powerful-looking, thick, strong-looking guys. Those two guards, and they've been consistent all year.
All right, 2nd and inches for Walpole. He got it. It was
Jarvis with a handoff to
on
He's
clock
got the first
again.
down.
Clark.
Yep. To the
Muscles
30.
his way for the first down. Tackled there by John Doherty of Braintree. Walpole gets a new set of downs at the Braintree, just outside the 30-yard line.
9 minutes and 56 seconds and counting here in this regulation. Oh, Jarvis
Snake.
keeping it. Who was that?
Quarterback sneak.
Jarvis with the quarterback
Jarvis.
sneak.
Jarvis down to the
Got a first down. 11 yards.
Picks up 11. Yeah, Walpole first down.
20.
Tackle made by Braintree's 32, Gabe Hankinson. Walpole with the first set of downs at the Braintree 20-yard line.
2nd down, 1st and 10 from the 20. There's a handoff going around the right side. Still on his feet.
Petrucci the ball carrier for
Petrucci gets
Walpole.
down
That's
to
on by number
14 to the 14. Pickup of
Pick up
6.
about 4
And
yards.
the clock continues to run. They got to love it. It'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
if Gallagher is back next week.
Right.
Like, where does he go?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, he might go to center. Was he a center last year? Last year he was a center.
I think for a little while, yeah.
Yeah, but he's. Yeah, be interesting to see.
Yeah,
where
I
they
think he
slot him in.
started out as a center, as a
Yeah.
sophomore. Hand off to Petrucci, gets down to inside the 10. That should be another first down.
First down, yeah.
Tackle made by Braintree's Aiden Daly. Enough for the first down.
Inside of 8 minutes, it'll be 1st and goal for Walpole from the 9.
Right about the 10-yard line.
Sneak again.
Jarvis keeping it. Oh, got. Yeah, he might have got back to the line of
Jarvis the ball
scrimmage.
carrier.
He started one way. There were bodies there.
Looks like he got a yard or so.
Tackle made by John Piscarino of
And he cut back and
second down. and
did
goal
get a
for
yard out
Walpole.
of it. 2nd and goal from about the 8. Rebels come
Again,
up to
heavy on the
line.
run this week. I got 30 runs versus 11 passes.
Yeah.
Long clock checks in again.
Flag might have been motion. Had to have been motion.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Whistle stops the play.
That
False start
is
against
only the
Walpole.
second penalty, I think, on Walpole.
5
First one, yeah.
Might be the third, but
For Walpole, the ball
not
comes
too many
back to
today.
the 14-yard line.
So it moves back 5 yards to the 13. It will be the 2nd and goal still. We're on clock with it. Gets
Oh.
down to inside. Official got knocked over on that play.
That's
Don't
a
talk about character.
10-yard gain
Stop number 62, John.
to the 4-yard line, it looks like.
Yep.
For Braintree.
Third and goal from the 4.
With the ball on the 4-yard line.
It's Petrucci fighting. He gets down to about the 2
I
think he got one.
to the 3.
Number 62, John Piscarino again with the tackle.
So 4th and goal from the 3 here.
4th down for the Rebels. The ball on the 4-yard.
It's
Walpole.
kind of like an extra point. So
It is,
here they
really.
go. They're
Yeah.
going to kick the field goal.
Yep, they're sending Butters out. This will be a
Rebels bringing in
20-yard
Harry Butters
attempt
on the field
by
goal.
Butters. Snap, the kick is up.
There you go.
It is straight
Nice.
through.
Butters
20-yard
good
field goal for
21-yard
Harry
field goal
Butters.
for the Rebels. Let's hit the score. Walpole 38.
Walpole goes up now 38 to 21.
That was a nice clock-killing drive there. I think they got it with 10 minutes left. Or,
Yeah.
geez, it might have been even going into the 4th quarter.
Right.
What do you got there? Time of possession, change of possession.
I don't put
Oh,
change there.
So, yeah, 5-minute drive,
Yeah,
all
long
runs, couple quarterback sneaks. Von Clark and Petrucci taking turns.
Yeah.
Couldn't finish it off, which was the only downside of that drive, but
Right.
finished it off with a
But
Butters
it
field
makes
goal.
it a 3-possession
Yes,
game now.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Braintree will really have to get that ball moving. Exactly 5 minutes left in regulation.
Harry Butters prepares to kick for
Walpole up by
Walpole.
17.
Back deep to receive for Braintree, DJ Rodriguez and Cameron Garrity.
Butters kick,
Nice.
boots it away. That will carry into the end zone for the touchback. That was his longest kick of the game.
Yeah.
Harry Butters, very
I
strong
think
kick.
Braintree was playing up a little bit, waiting, for another
Kickback.
squibber, and he
Braintree
put the
kick
toe
over
to it.
10 at its own 20-yard line.
Well, Braintree will start off 1st and 10 at their 20. And the clock remains at 5 minutes left in regulation. And
Same play as before.
completes to Garrity. Still on his feet, up to the 43.
Hilliard pass to Cameron Garrity is complete.
23
Pick
yards
up
on the
about
play.
27 yards.
This Garrity's going to be
For
quite a ball
Braintree first
player.
down.
Yeah, they
He's
ran
doing
that play
all this as a
before.
freshman.
Yep.
Tackle for Walpole made by Johnny on the clock. Braintree first set of downs continues at their own
4.5
43-yard line.
minutes left now in regulation. Tellier keeping it, coming towards us on the left side here. Cuts it upfield
He's gone again.
and knocked out of bounds
Michael
at
Tellier with a
about
long run for Braintree.
13,
There
12.
is a flag on the play. Back
Oh, flag back where we'll be holding. We got a rebel down on the field. The flag is back at the 35-yard line. This may be coming back. Looks like it is
And
coming
we have an
back.
official timeout on the field.
Schlittler down, it looks like. Now they move the flag up to the 43. Schlittler's up.
The preliminary signal appears to be a holding call against
Ding there at the time.
Braintree.
Trainer Amanda Russell up there with them. Sending them back
Sends
out.
the ball back to the 33-yard line.
Amanda Randall, not Russell, Randall.
First down
It'll be a flag, will bring it all back
and 20.
for Braintree to their 38-yard line.
Brendan Colleen is checked into the game for the Rebels. John Murphy as well at the linebacker spot.
Actually, it's they brought it back to the 33. So that was at the line of scrimmage that they were calling that penalty. Raced a huge gain for them. Going around the far side and picking up just a yard is Henry Joyce. He gets up to about the 34.
Yeah. Riley Sheehan. I saw Gonzer in there. Gianluca Gonzer.
Gonzer. Second down and 18. Pickup of 2 in the play. We're inside of 3 minutes now in this game.
Seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Tellier back to pass, looking on the sideline. He's getting breaking through and hauled down from behind.
Carrier's pass to number 84, Jack McCarthy is complete. Tackle made by Pat Cooney. Pickup of
Cooney.
I didn't even notice.
To the Walpole 45.
I didn't even notice they have their names on their jersey. Did you notice that?
Walpole?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boy, it shows how wide awake we are.
I know. We're sharp as tacks here. It's hard to read, but
Yeah.
oh,
Joyce again.
nice hit.
Bang.
Chris Riley.
Henry
Pick
Joyce
up of 2 in the play to the 43.
And tackle made by number 44 for Walpole, Chris Riley.
And a timeout called by Braintree, I think.
AJ Seville also on the
1:58
tackle for
left
Walpole.
in regulation. Official coming over to point something out to the timekeeper. He's telling them to add some time to the clock. 2:13, gain 15 seconds on that play.
I noticed there's some freshmen listed on the roster this week for Walpole, which I don't remember seeing.
Who's that?
There's a couple of them.
Oh, well, yeah, I was told that there was some additions and deletions on the
Yeah.
roster this week. We'll have to check out on
This
some
is
of
a
those.
reset the clock with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Second and 9 for Braintree at the Walpole 44
Yeah, I
yard.
see a few new names there myself.
Gosh.
Is that, Joyce on the
Henry Joyce with a
reception.
nice line right up the
That's
middle.
down to
Tackle
the
made by
17-yard line of Walpole.
but not
Pick
before
up
Braintree
of
picks up another
26 on the
first down.
play. Tellier hustling back in with the call.
Ball be at the Walpole
It's actually on the 18.
18 yard line.
Hand off to Joyce, but he picks up maybe a
So
yard.
hand off to Henry Joyce.
Timeout, Braintree.
Tackle made by Pat Cooney again for the Rebels.
1:46 left in regulation.
Braintree,
They're going to mark no gain on the play.
second and 10.
Connor Schlittler's back in the game, so he looks like he's fine.
That's good. As the season winds down, you want to have everyone as healthy as possible.
Well, next week, I'm tell you, it's a key week. I mean, we'd love to get a home game in the playoffs to start.
Right.
Stay at least a 4 seed to get one.
Right. 4 gets 1. I thought 4 got 5.
Well, one home game. I was
Oh,
saying.
right. One home game. Right.
At a minimum. I mean, that does line you up with the 1 seed in the bracket, but
Yeah. Which could be a trip down to the South Shore. All right, Braintree out, Walpole out.
Timeout.
but it's a huge game next week against Needham. I mean, it's one that they have to have.
Right.
1 minute and 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And like we said, Needham is a division above us, so it'll be a 12-point victory. Tellier back to pass, gets it over in the flat. Still on his feet, down to the 2. And a Walpole to a pickup of 16 on that play.
I'm not sure they have timeouts.
It's first and goal for the Wolves.
They hand it to Joyce. Joyce has stopped at about the 1.
Yeah, big stop because the clock keeps running.
Henry Joyce, the ball carrier. Stop by Walpole short of the goal line.
Oh! What a big hit. Chris Riley. And the clock. Maybe they used their last time out here.
It'll be back to the 4-yard line.
Braintree was taken. Another timeout. With 58 seconds remaining to play, it's Walpole 38. Braintree 21.
I'd like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School varsity football action. Mike Hardiman and myself, glad to bring you all this action from Turco Field. 58 seconds left in regulation. It's 3rd and goal from the 4 for Braintree. Hand off to Joyce, goes up the middle and in.
Henry Joyce takes the handoff from Michael Tellier for the Braintree touchdown.
Joyce with the 4-yard run at the 11:07 mark.
Stephen Ballerino in the 20th point.
Tellier lining up the extra point here.
Correction by Michael Tellier.
The snap, his kick is through. 38-28. The score here.
Walpole 38. Braintree 28. With 53 seconds left.
And we have 53 seconds left in regulation. I'm sure we'll be seeing an onside kick attempt here by Braintree. Walpole will probably have their hands people up front on this attempt.
Well, it's kind of funny because they've been squibbing every kick, so. I think Braintree's going to run their normal kickoff.
All right. Well, that's Schlittler back deep, isn't it?
Interesting to see a number 57, which is Aiden Keys, on the hands team. So Big Lyman gets to be
Yeah.
part of the hands team.
Stephen Barrino preparing to
Of course, I think he is a catcher, so in baseball. So
Oh, okay.
he's used to controlling those fastballs.
It is a squibbler. And it looks like Walpole did recover on their 49.
Looked like the first guy missed it, so I had a little
Yeah.
nervous there for a second, but
51 seconds remaining.
whoever was behind him was able to swallow that up, and they're probably just going to nail it down here
Right.
to run the clock out.
So we have 51 clicks left on the clock on this game in regulation. And yeah, I think you're right. It looks like Jarvis is just going to take a knee. And he does.
Will Jarvis takes a knee for the Rebels.
46, so he will have to take one more. And this one will go into the book as Walpole's third victory of the year, to go along with 3 defeats. Drew Von Clark with 3 touchdowns. Harry Butters with 5 extra points and a field goal. Chris Riley with a 1-yard TD run, and Jarvis with an 8-yard TD run. Walpole advances to 3-3, and Braintree drops to 0-6. So, we would like to thank you again for watching this Walpole media broadcast. Tell you once again the final score from Turco Field: your Walpole High Rebels 38, the Braintree High Womps 28.